Okay, Hari Om children. We are starting a new chapter now. This is maxima and minima. What is maxima and minima? What is the maximum value and the minimum value of any given function? Y is equal to fx. Y is equal to fx. That means at what value of this x, the value of fx will be maximum, and at what value of x this value will be minimum. That we are going to understand using the derivatives, means the differentiation. We will use how to find out the value of maximum of any function and the minimum of any function. For that purpose I have drawn two diagrams over here, as you can see, this one and this one. They are actually representing the curves corresponding to fx. Alright, y is equal to fx. So this one is the x-axis, this one is the x-axis. I have not drawn the y-axis over here, y-axis over here. You can make out on your own that y-axis must be over here perpendicular to x-axis. Now you see, during this particular period, means from here to here, that is from here to here, alright, you can see if you draw any tangent at from this point to, it is going, we are not concerned with that. If we are drawing any tangent during this period, that is this part of the curve, we will find this always forms an acute angle with the x-axis. On the other hand, in this particular portion of the curve, if we draw any tangent, we will find that each tangent is forming an obtuse angle with the x-axis. This one is the obtuse angle and this one is acute angle. What about this point, this particular point? At this particular point, if any tangent is drawn, the tangent is parallel to the x-axis. If the tangent is parallel to x-axis, that means at this particular point dy by dx is equal to 0, or x is equal to a. I have taken this particular point on the x-axis at a. So at a, f dash x is equal to 0. Now see carefully during this period, that is this part of the graph, the tangent drawn in this particular part, its slope is changing from positive to, as this one is acute angle. Again, if you draw any tangent at this particular point, which I have not mentioned, it will be something like this. So still it will be acute angle. Then again, if we draw any tangent at this point, it will be forming acute angle. But at this particular point, you see that this is called the critical point or the stationary point. From here onwards, if we draw any tangent, you find that all the tangents are forming obtuse angle with the x-axis. So this to the left of this critical point, all the tangents are forming acute angle, and to the right of this critical point, all the tangents are forming obtuse angle. So around this particular point, that is a comma fa, the tangent, the dy by dx, that is f dash x, is changing its sign from positive to negative. Positive to negative. During this period, all the dy by dx's are positive and here it is negative. So the sign of dy by dx is changing from positive to negative around this point. On the other hand, the same argument will be followed over here. You see the tangent drawn over here is forming obtuse. Tangent drawn during this period, that is this part of the curve, you can see at each point wherever we form any tangent, it will be forming obtuse angle with the x-axis. But from here to here, means if you go from the critical point to this, then any tangent drawn is forming acute angle with the x-axis. And at this particular point, that is a comma fa, the tangent is parallel to the x-axis. So dy by dx at this particular point is equal to 0, but to the left of this one, that all the tangents, the slope of all the tangents is negative, and to the right of this particular point, the slope of all the tangents is positive. So the sign of dy by dx is changing from negative to positive around this particular point. So this point you can see is the minimum most value of the function fx. So fx will have the minimum value at this particular point when the dy by dx is changing from negative to positive, and at this particular point that fx will have the maximum value at which at around which the dy by dx is changing its sign from positive to negative. Everything is written over here. You can go through this, you will be able to understand. I have already explained you. In order to make you understand, let us take one example. The very first example from your R.D. Sharma book. Find all the points of local maxima and minima of the function fx is equal to this. So this one is first of all differentiated. Differentiation is very simple, you can see. Then we have equated this difference, this dy by dx, that is f dash x equal to 0, as we have to get this critical point, this one, or where the dy by dx will be parallel, the tangent drawn at that particular point will be parallel to x-axis, and hence dy by dx is 0. So that is why f dash x is equal to 0 I have written. So simple calculation gives you x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. X is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1 are the possible points at which we can get the local maxima. That word is local maxima or local minima. For this purpose, what I have done is I have drawn the number line, and these values x is equal to 1 and 3 are taken on this one. Mind it, this is representing the x values. So to the left of this one, if we take any number, that is x is equal to, say for example 0 I have taken, and corresponding value of the f dash x is found at that. So f dash x was equal to this much. X is equal to 0 if we put, then we are getting only 9, and 9 is greater than 0. So during this period, the sign of f dash x will be positive. That is why I have written it as plus. Now between 1 and 3, let us take any value 2, and that 2 I have put in this one, so that we are getting, after calculation, minus 3, which is less than 0. So this negative sign is in between this 1 and 3. That means the f dash x will be negative during this 1 to 3. Now let us take any value beyond this 3. So beyond this 3 we are taking x is equal to 4. So f dash 4 we have calculated, that comes out to be 9, which is again greater than 0. So the sign of f dash x is changing like this: positive, negative, positive. Now positive to negative, you can see the situation is this one. That means x is equal to 1 is the point of local maximum, because you can see the f dash x is changing its sign from positive to negative. This is the situation. It is changing positive, means the slope is positive over here and this is negative, and f dash x is this point which is equal to 0, and that is x is equal to 1. So if you have to calculate the maximum value of the given function, this one, then what we have to do is, in place of x we will put x is equal to 1, and you can calculate simply. This will give you the maximum value of the function, which will be obtained at x is equal to 1. Now coming to this part, from here to here, you can see around this 3 the sign of f dash x is changing from negative to positive. As the sign of f dash x is changing from negative to positive, so this is the situation. That means where you are finding the dy by dx, that is slope of the tangent drawn at any point is changing its sign from negative to positive, that means you can consider this point as x is equal to 3. So at x is equal to 3, the value of the function, that is this function value will be least or minimum. So that is what I have written over here. F3 is equal to, you can calculate on your own, I have not done the calculation in this. F3 is equal to, you can calculate, that will give you the minimum value of the function, and at x is equal to 1 you will get the maximum value of the function. I hope the point is clear to all of you. Thank you and Hari Om. Now let us talk about the previous thing which I have discussed was the first derivative test for testing the maximum and minimum value of any given function. Now we are going to extend that. This is the second derivative test. The second derivative test is nothing very difficult. What you have to do simply is you have to calculate first f dash x, that is first differentiation you have to do, and equate it is to 0 and get the x coordinate of the q, that is this point or this point. Say for example it is C. Then we have to calculate f dash x at x is equal to C. F double dash x at x is equal to C we have to calculate, and we have to see whether it is positive or negative. If the value of f double dash C is negative, then x is equal to C will be the point of maximum, and if f double dash C will be positive, then x is equal to C will be the point of minimum, as I have already written over here. Now why this f double dash C negative and f double C positive or f double dash C negative gives you the maximum or minimum value? You can see in the first diagram, you have understood that this point will be the point of maximum. To the left of this, if we draw any tangent, they all are forming acute angles. Along with the formation of the acute angle, you can see the value of the angle also is decreasing. Here it is not exactly, but I have just made an assumption. Maybe this angle is 60 degree, 45 degree, 30 degree and so on. So what we are finding is the angle, the theta keeps on decreasing, and as theta keep on decreasing, so the corresponding value of tan theta will keep on also decreasing. So what we are finding is the dy by dx, if we form any function with dy by dx, alright, then it will be a decreasing function. I repeat again, if we form any function with dy by dx, then we will find that that function is a decreasing function. And in the previous chapter I have already explained you, if any function is increasing function, then its dy by dx is greater than 0, and if any function is decreasing function, its dy by dx is less than 0. So what you are finding is the function formed with the dy by dx's value, so over here, is a decreasing function. As you can see, the angle is decreasing, so that tan theta also decreases. So the function formed with dy by dx is a decreasing function, and hence its derivative, that is the second derivative, d2y by dx square, will be negative. I hope the point is clear to all of you. That is why this is taken as negative and this one is taken as positive over here, this one. Same situation over here. What you are finding is, as we go further around this critical point or the stationary point, then all the tangents which we are drawing over here, their slope keep on increasing and so on. So the the function formed with the dy by dx is an increasing function, and as the function formed with the dy by dx is an increasing function, so the second derivative, that is the f double dashed x, will be positive. I hope the point is clear to all of you. In order to make you understand the previous problem I have done with using the second derivative test. Till this point you have already done f dash x was equal to 3x square minus 12x plus 9, and the critical point we had already found as 1 and 3. Now what we have to do is we have to differentiate this one further, that is the second derivative. F double dash x equal to 6, it gives you 6x minus 12. Now putting x is equal to 1 in this one, after calculation we find f double dash 1 is equal to minus 6, which is less than 0. So x is equal to 1 will be the point of maximum according to this, as already I have explained you. Now if you are putting x is equal to 3 in f double dash x is equal to 6x minus 12, we are finding it is coming as 6, which is greater than 0. So as this f double dash x is greater than 0, so x is equal to 3 is the point of minimum, which is this situation. I hope the point. In order to understand the point of inflection, you have to first understand these two words, concave upward and concave downward. As you can see in this particular diagram, if any tangent is drawn at any point of this curve, we will find that the curve always means y is equal to fx curve always remains above the tangent drawn at any point. Same thing is happening over here. During this period, if the tangent is drawn, we can see that the curve related to y is equal to fx always remains above the tangent. Alright, one special thing also you are seeing in this case is what? This is the point of minimum, and so if after finding f dashed x, if you find the second derivative, that is f double dashed x, or this f double dashed x or d2 y by dx square, then it will be always positive. On the other hand, if you talk about this one, you can see the tangent is drawn over here, and the curve is drawn in such a way that the curve always remains below the tangent. Here the curve was always above the tangent, but here the curve is always below the tangent. Over here also, at any point if you draw the tangent, the curve will remain below the tangent. Also you can see that in either of these two cases, we are getting a point of maximum, and hence the d2y by dx square, the value of that at this particular point will be negative. So the conclusion from these two we can draw is, if the f double dashed x at any particular point is greater than 0, then the given curve will be concave upward. I repeat again, if f double dashed x at any particular point is greater than 0, then the given curve will be concave upward, and if it is less than 0, that means f double dashed x is less than 0, then it will be concave downward. This one is concave downward, and this one is concave upward, this one is concave upward. So concave upward and concave downward, I think you people have understood. Okay children, for explaining you the point of inflection, I have taken one example over here. That is the same problem which was given in your R.D. Sharma book, the very first example question. fx is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 8. We are going to show how to graph this one using the concept of point of inflection. So these steps are very much clear to you. That is, first of all we have to find the f dash x. Alright, then f double dash x. This f dash x was equated to 0 as was shown in the solution of this particular problem. So from there we have got these two value critical points, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 1. And f double dash x, that is equal to 6x minus 12, the values this x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3 are put, so that we are getting minus 6 and this plus 6. So minus 6 shows that x is equal to 1 is the point of maximum, and this 6 positive, x is equal to 3 is the point of minimum. This is the point which we have already discussed in the previous problem. Now let us come to this. For finding the point of inflection, this one is something different. That is f dash x we have calculated. Now f double dash x, that is the second derivative of this one, is calculated over here, and then it is equated to 0. Corresponding to this equating to 0, we are getting x is equal to 2. So the x is equal to 2 is the possible point of inflection of the given curve. So once again I repeat, point of inflection is the point around which either the curve will concave up or concave down, or vice versa, that is concave down or concave up. So x is equal to 2 we are taking as the possible point of inflection. What now we have to do is take it on the number line, x is equal to 2, and to the left of this x is equal to 2, let us take any value x is equal to 1. This x is equal to 1 if we are putting in f double dash x, then after calculation we are getting it as minus 6. So as it is negative, that means f double dash x at x is equal to 1 is negative, so concave, the curve will be concave down. Again, if we put x is equal to 3, we are getting equal to 6, which is positive, greater than 0. So over around this x is equal to, during this period, that is from 2 to infinity, the curve will be concave up, and from minus infinity to 2, the curve will be concave down, which is jotted down over here. That is minus infinity to 2, the curve is concave down, and 2 to infinity, the curve is concave up. Now the tentative diagram for this given function is drawn over here. The graphical representation is done over here. This point is representing 1, minus 4, which is the point of maximum, and this point is representing 3, minus 8, point of minimum. Now the possible point of inflection, that is between 1 and 3, that is 2, you can see the curve is slightly, it is concave down during this period, and then again it is concave up during this period. This is what I was talking about. So final graph of this given function is something like this. At x is equal to 0, it is x is equal to 0 if you are putting, we are getting minus 8, I have shown over here. So the graph goes in the towards minus infinity, and it goes up to plus infinity, and during this period only the possible changes are shown over here, and this x is equal to 2 is the possible point of inflection. That is, x is equal to 2 you can put in this one, the corresponding value you will get whatever. So this, the point of coordinate of this point, you can get 2, f bracket 2. I hope the point is clear to all of you. Thank you. I am afraid that the lower portion of this one was not visible to you. So for that purpose, this is a small video I am uploading. I hope the whole thing is clear to all of you. Okay.